So today we're training with Eric Shaw. There he is. I opted not to run with him because I have to bring Joe down to this crazy barn down here. Apparently we're gonna get it in pretty hard. He's trying to kill me. He's trying to kill me. Alright, man.
Beautiful day, Brattlebart.
It sure is, bro.
We'll get an interval training in first, and then come in here and get after it.
Yeah.
And
sounds good, man.
I think you'll feel it pretty good.
I think so too. So how long does a workout for you last? Like, what's your casual Sunday workout?
This will take me normally around like 20 to 25 minutes.
Of the run?
Yeah. And then go back in there for probably like an hour.
Okay.
You know, just kind of depending. But we'll get in there, and it'll probably between an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's usually what I go for.
But
not including cardio.
Yeah. Ready, Brattlebart?
I am. Weighing me down, too heavy. Sure. Too heavy.
Huh?
He's pretty quick for a guy who weighs 215.
Not anymore, man. You got old knees.
Yeah, I heard that.
That shit sucks.
No doubt.
I don't know. It's my least favorite thing to do is running.
That makes two of us.
But gotta do it.
Always.
A little change of pace on your cardio. Shocks your lungs a little bit from, you know, if you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You know, those first few times, you know, you're gonna notice a lot of change in your body, or maybe a lot of improvement. But I try to continuously, you know, shock, you know, whether it's my muscles or, you know, cardio. I mean, with me getting older and still competing, I'm not powerlifting, you know, like I used to.
Definitely.
You have to change up your workouts to it's a little less conventional and more geared towards, you know, what we're doing. We're gonna work a little chest, tries, come down on this like that. One arm straight out, up. Other arm straight out, up. And you're gonna do that 8 each arm. And when you're finished with that, you just come up here. Once you find a minute, stay in stance motion, coming up, resist, coming up, resist. Just working stance motion. And you have to stay in that stance and work for a minute. And then back over to your chest. This is gonna be fun. Stay in a good stance, push yourself out.
We never needed another reason to do whatever it takes to persuade yourself of what you want to believe in. Let you crash in your own brains. This is the world you fear.
You do this every Sunday?
Nah, I'm trying to mix up my workouts.
Is this generally the...
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like some cardio and stuff like that, like that's pretty consistent, but depends what I'm doing, chest or back. There's 3,000 workouts you can do.
Oh, I know.
Man. So, I mean, just try to stay in the targeted area and do a couple different, exercises for that.
So today, generally, we're kind of focused on tries.
Tries, chest.
Yeah.
But you're always gonna have that core involved anytime you're on like the rings.
Yeah. But even with the wrestling stuff, your core is activated, your stances.
I always try to work in like with my cardio, some of wrestling. It's just a core movements, cardio, staying in good position. I don't necessarily need to do, squats and deadlifts and snatches, cleans, whatever, all the time. But I try to do that as much as I can because I'm going to be in this position a lot.
Yeah.
And I need to be strong in that position. So when we're in a room and we're moving around, that's why it can be harder to move me because I try to
You're hardened in that
strong.
state. Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with how much you can do on a fly. It has everything to do with
how strong you are in that stance. Yeah. I was just having that conversation with somebody recently where I was saying if your workout isn't to supplement your goal, you're never going to be satisfied. That's why like those guys that train for like the aesthetics in the mirror and stuff, I feel like they're kind of doing something where like all you're doing is endlessly feeding the narcissism. You're not actually working toward a goal, unless you're like trying to be a
unless
powerlifter.
you're trying to be a bodybuilder.
Well, if you're like a powerlifter, that's you're trying to make a record for that weight and in a competition. But the casual stuff, I feel like it's almost.
Well, you have
I feel like it's better than being on the couch.
Yeah,
But,
no, there's nothing wrong with it. But like you said, it's like, what are you trying to achieve?
Yeah.
If what you're trying to achieve is just be in good shape and build big muscles, then you're accomplishing your goals, right?
Yeah.
But like,
it's a shallow goal. That's my argument.
yeah, I mean, will you get stronger and be better? Yeah, of course you will. Than somebody who doesn't do it. But if you try to gear towards the movements that you're actually going to be in, like a golfer, you're probably going to work on a lot of movements, where you're pulling, trying to strengthen core and, legs and hips and stuff like that. And, or a swimmer, they're going to be doing different stuff than like, baseball player or whatever, so it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. I've always been a big believer with the aesthetic part of the things where I think if you train for what you want to be as an athlete, the aesthetics comes with that. Because you're going to see in the mirror, like, damn, like, my lats look good because I'm good at pushing. Like, my wrestling stance is getting better. I look like the wrestler I want to be, That's just something I always been hooking into.
Just come till you feel some resistance where you can't pull forward. And then it's going to be 10 on each side. Where you're in your stance, you just get okay. Now we're just going to do keep your feet on the box, right? Get yourself up a little bit. It's just going to be standard push-up movement, but when you're coming up, you try to move your arms in, so it kind of tightens your chest. So when you're coming up, you're just kind of tightening. You do 6 to 8. Okay. So you're down, and it's tight. So step out to where you feel some resistance up here. Now what you're gonna do is stand in that good stance. Gonna pull that other foot right there. Yep. 2, 10 times.
Cell, incarcerating innocence, sufficient in another type of extradition where you serve another law, the verdict by definition blind. We are fun to save ourselves.
Try to get your chest all the way. Harder than it looks. Harder than it looks, Eric. It's all harder because you're not just trying to move your arms. You know? Now you're trying to keep everything stabilized.
Stable, exactly.
You know, so now you're working not only your chest, you're working your arms, you're working your core, you're working everything when you're trying to do that. And the key with this is try not to rest your forearms on a strap. It's really hard to do that, but if you don't keep your arms on the strap, now it's just your arms and you got nothing to, you know, to rest your hands against. See how my forearms are on there?
Yeah.
Versus that?
Yeah.
It makes a world of difference.
I shall not try to conceal the gravity of the situation that confronts the country. However, I wish to impress upon you the urgent need of calm and resourceful action. We must continue the performance of our duties, each and every one of us, so that we may confront this destructive adversary with a nation united and consecrated to the preservation of human supremacy on this earth.
Some rain dips. If you do them assisted, go 8 to 10. If you do them non-assisted, try to get 4 to 6. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did a little workout with my girlfriend yesterday.
I was like, you know, I should not be going heavy at all today, which I didn't, because Eric's gonna try to kill me tomorrow.
We're just doing a casual Sunday, man. Sometimes whenever, like, you see people get up and do it, like, form has a lot to do with, you know, lift too. Like, you know, it could be a reason why people mess up their shoulders in the first place or whatever, is they may be like forcing, you know, not keeping shoulders tight, but, you know, when you do these things like assisted, I just try to make sure every single time I'm coming up and I'm getting a good, you know, squeeze in my triceps, just really focusing on Is that 3 sets or 4?
That's a good question.
Well, when in doubt, you have to do it all.
Yeah, true that, man.
A little rusty, but it's good balance. Like good balance workout. You do a couple sets of those. When you're wrestling and you're thinking like the lifts that we do during season back in college when I used to wrestle or high school, and you do that or watch what the football team's doing, you know, like everybody oohs and ahs like over a big bench press or whatever, but in wrestling and a lot of combat sports, a bench press is meaningless. Like, I'm not trying to push away. So a lot of that stuff is going to be this unconventional stuff where you're working your chest, but you're stabilizing your core, you know, your hips, you know, a lot of different muscle areas. So your balance and you know, your core strength, all that stuff. You know, it's mostly back pulling motions, you know, snapping motions, core explosive movements, you know, deadlifts and squats and stuff like that. So it's not the sexy stuff, you know, that we're doing all the time. It's the stuff that translates into what you're trying to be good at. So it's fun to go into like a gym and, you know, have a big chest and huge arms and go in there and put up 500 pounds on a bench. But I'm more impressed with, you know, guys who can do a handstand on rings or get through a ring workout, because, you know, that stuff's, to me, like gymnasts, that's freakish strength right there, you know, to be able to do like that stuff. Yeah, all that body control and everything like that.
Disobey your fathers. It's time we're making you believe. There's no quit your brothers. This is the way it has to be. Can't comprehend this madness. The will to serve will set you free. I did my time and risked my life. I sacrificed and now I bleed. Hear you inside these empty walls. I feel you when no one's there, and when it's dark at night, you're here with me in my head. I'm walking on a ledge.
What's the most you've ever weighed? How heavy were you? That's the top.
I have 245.
Yeah? That's not that much. I was expecting you to say something like 260.
And that's basically what you gain after you're done competing, because you just want to eat stuff.
Yeah.
So you haven't eaten forever.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's nothing flashy, man. It's just,
Yeah, exactly. Just work, bro.
it's dirt, ponds, woods. I got, you know, like a lot of days on the weekend, I got tires over there.
Yeah.
I did tire flips and sledgehammer hits.
Nice.
I did my time and risked my life. I sacrificed and now I bleed.
Oh, that's all for that. Push-ups.
Oh, man. It's gonna be fucking fun. Thanks, Eric.
Just 5. It's a crappy burnout, man.
Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, dude. Dude. There's nothing left, man.
Then double them up. Yeah. Just do single, grab an end. Most of it, Johnson accomplished in 2.5. You know, sitting there looking at them, their arms in the mirror. Something like that.
What's this back here then? What's all that about?
Huh?
What's that all about?
Yeah, I don't know what those. Those are. Danny must have found them somewhere. Half the time you can't even see in them because it gets so hot and humid in here that everything's like fogged up. So you can't even see anyway. Or in the winter time, whenever it's -10 out and you're in here, you're basically in a freaking
Ice chest.
You already had me dead.
I was dead before I walked in here.
So
if that's what it takes to be a D1 wrestler,
no,
I can see why it's not for everybody.
no, that's takes a lot more than that.
I believe it. That's just the casual Sunday part of it.
Yeah, man. If I were to thrown into compete against those guys again 10 years later, I mean, it's been 10 years since I competed at that level, so I wouldn't last very long, you know, with those guys anymore. But so it takes a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what you try to do when you're 32 years old.
I'll drink to that, man. All right, man.
Good shit.